Hello, you're watching Singapore Tonight. I'm Genevieve Wu. In a move that surprised many in the business world, Singapore's Temasek Holdings has announced that Ms. Ho Ching is stepping down as its CEO and executive director after 6 years at the helm. Taking over is American Charles Goodyear, who will assume the post of CEO from 1st October. At a packed media conference today, Temasek said the change is part of its succession planning process. Nicholas Fang has the details.
Temasek began its search for a successor for Ho Ching as early as 2005 as part of its leadership succession plans. Temasek chairman S. Dhanabalan says the board had debated whether or not to proceed with such a major change given the current global economic turbulence. But Temasek decided to move ahead with the change in view of its long-term interests.
The team in Temasek has already embarked on a different stance since mid-2007 and has begun to review its long-term plans under various scenarios prompted by the current economic downturn. The board is of the view that if we are to bring in new leadership, it will be as good a time as any to involve a new leader in this review process.
Mr. Dhanabalan says the change in CEO is not linked to recent loss-making investments by Temasek or to Ms. Ho being the wife of Singapore Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong.
Whether this is a way of making a change of someone who's related to the Prime Minister, this has been a point that I dealt with on the day that we appointed Ho Ching as CEO, and I think I addressed it quite comprehensively. I was very instrumental in bringing Ho Ching, and that was purely on the basis of merit and not a relationship with anyone. And I've already explained why we're making the change now. It's got nothing to do with the fact that this is a burden that I'm very glad to get rid of. No, that's certainly not the case.
Temasek's portfolio has been hit hard due to its 40% exposure to banks that have slumped in value due to the global financial crisis. Mr. Goodyear believes his experience will fit in well with Temasek's due to the global financial crisis. Mr. Goodyear believes his experience will fit in well with Temasek's long-term investment philosophy. Billiton, the world's largest diversified resources company.
Mr. Goodyear says it's too early to talk about his strategy for Temasek given his recent appointment. But Temasek says the international nature of its management team reflects the evolution of its focus from Singapore to Asia and now an international portfolio.
Ms. Ho is also stepping down as executive director at Temasek.
It's not a one-man show. Chip will definitely be first among equals, just as I have been. But this is an organization which is both a bottoms-up as well as top-down. It's never a one-way street because this is an organization of ideas, of people, of a lot of energy. So I don't see myself as needing to hang around to direct it in any way or in any way, shape or form.
Ms. Ho says she has not decided on her future plans.
I'm a person who looks forward. And in any case, for anybody in any stage of their life, they will weigh what they want to do. At this point, I'm not weighing anything that I want to do post. October. Is there a regret? Well, I think if you want to run life with regrets, you may end up doing very little.
She says one of the highlights of her time at Temasek is succeeding in persuading Mr. Goodyear to come on board.
And for more